All right, peace, brothers. So this is Quan coming. I'm just on here to, speak on a few things and give a brief synopsis and some edification on certain things in regards to the scriptures. I wanted to start off on this platform in hopes of, getting into a better platform in order for me to get the word out and convey a certain message to people I feel who need it. So I wanted to start off with just giving you an understanding of what this is all about and where I want to go with it. I just wanted to start this, this recording, if you will, just to get myself ready for something more bigger and better in the future. But you know, this is just going to be in regards to, scriptorial evidence, in regards to the truth in this world, with the future and the present and also the past, and just understanding certain things based off of the truth. And I'm going to use that with the scriptures because that's the only thing you can use it with, as far as you starting with that first, because that's the foundation. So that's what you need to start with. You need to start with the scriptures, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you don't have an understanding of it or not. That's what you start with. So one time I had went to this little event, and I didn't know that this event was based in, Bible teachings or what have you. So I go to the event and I see this pastor, a Chinese pastor, speaking on the Bible, saying regular Christianity kind of stuff, not really understanding what he's talking about, but just the same old regurgitative stuff that you see in other Christian churches, in which they don't really have an understanding of what the Bible's saying, but they have to preach and emote and just talk that nice smooth talk to the people that don't really understand, to the impressionable people that don't really understand. So I came in there and I felt like I was kind of like a trump between what he was telling the people and what the truth was, because I was refuting what he was saying. And you could tell that what they do is agenda based, because they don't even interact with you. They just continue on. Like I was trying to tell him, no, that's not true. That's not true. And he was just oblivious to what I was saying. He was just ignoring me. So that just made me understand more that it's all agenda driven. And some woman had blotted out John 3:16, because I had told him, I said, Christ did not come to save everybody. Christ only came to save the Israelites. And you could read that in Acts 5:31. You could read that in Matthew 15:24, and so on. And this woman had blurted out 3:16, and that's one of the most well-known scriptures throughout the world that people have a misconception of, because they don't understand the Bible, they don't contextualize the Bible, and they don't know how to read the Bible, and also the Most High is not dealing with them. So I just wanted to get I just wanted to break down John 3:16 for people so they could get a better understanding of what John 3:16 is actually in reference to. So let's get it. Let's get John 3:16. But first, I want to get some other scriptures to segue into my point. So, just as an understanding of how we must diligently seek the truth and diligently study and edify ourselves and learn and get the information that's based in truth. It tells you that in the book of Isaiah 34:16, and it says, "Seek ye out of the book of the Lord and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. For my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit it hath gathered them." So you must read to understand the scriptures. People just go along with what the pastor tells them rather than substantiating what they've been told. Because a lot of people in this society are very impressionable. You know what I mean? Like, people don't think on their own. A lot of people just go with what someone told them, or they regurgitate certain things. They don't understand how to contextualize the scriptures. They don't understand how to put certain things in proper perspective to understand the scriptures. So, like, as an aside, like when you put things in a proper context, you have to understand the Bible. Of course, we know about the Old Testament and the New Testament. The Old Testament, the Old Testament was written in the Phoenician Hebrew. So context would lend to understanding words that was translated to the English from the Phoenician Hebrew in order for you to get a better understanding of it. Because you can't just go off of face value of what you're reading in regards to certain scriptures, because you got to understand etymological definitions. So that's one of those things where, again, context. So it's all about understanding that and how to contextualize and identify what the scriptures is actually talking about. And also, like I said, the Most High has to be dealing with you. He has to be dealing with you in the spirit of truth. So I wanted to get Isaiah 28:10 as well, because this is something that you have to do when you break down scriptures. You must understand precepts. And it tells you in Isaiah 28:10, for precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept, line upon line, line upon line, here a little and there a little, meaning matching other scriptures up with other scriptures to bring out a point. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what you're going to get throughout the whole Bible. The Bible, you have to teach it the way it's taught. You have to teach it based upon precepts and parables and the historic aspect of the scriptures. That's how you're supposed to teach the Bible. But a lot of our people don't understand that because of the church system that's dominating these doctrines. Because it will be prophesied that we will be under a strong delusion and we will believe a lie. And that lie comes from the Babylonian mystery school system, which is the church system. Because the church system is just an offshoot of that. The Babylonian mystery school system, i.e. Roman Catholicism, the Vatican, 325 AD with the Nicene Council, so on and so forth. And that's something I'll get into, in later episodes. But I wanted to just touch on John 3:16 real quick. So let's get it. Many people have a deep, minuscule understanding in regards to the scriptures. And that's in, you can read that in Matthew 22:29. Like, that's as per Matthew 22:29. So when you read John 3:16, where it says, let me just get it, just for edification's sake. Let's get John 3:16. So John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him should not perish but have everlasting life. So a lot of people would take that and say, yeah, God loves everybody. See, it says it right there, without understanding context and understanding the etymological breakdowns of words and what it meant at a certain time and what it means now. Because you also have to consider something that came into fruition in the 1700s that was known as New Speech, in which New Speech is the changing of the definitions by the power structure. So you have to understand certain things like that in order for you to get a real understanding of what this is talking about. So like the word world, you could use the word world in many senses. Like you could say the world of sports, or welcome to my world, or this is the world of basketball. It could mean many different things. It's not just relative to an entirety of a planet. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna break that. I'm gonna give you an understanding of that and later. Right. I'm gonna give you an understanding of that right now. So let's get it right now. The word world in the scripture is in regards to the world of Israel. The Bible, like I said, it was written in the Phoenician Hebrew and translated to the Greek. So John was written in the Greek in the New Testament. So you will always have to identify certain words in the Greek. So when you look at that word world in the Greek, it means cosmos. And what does cosmos mean? Cosmos means, you go to the Blue Letter Bible, or you can get a concordance, and it tells you that cosmos means an orderly arrangement or a sector of people, not a multitude, which means a subgroup of people. So what does that mean? That means that it's talking about a certain sect of people, not everybody. And you also can prove this with other scriptures, and I'm gonna bring it out. So John 17:9, and this is what Christ said out his own mouth, because this was written in red. It says, I pray for them. I pray not for the world. I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. And this is Christ talking to the Most High, saying, I pray for them, I pray not for the world. Them being the Israelites, because the Israelites is God's. God chose the Israelites. We are his treasure. We are his. We are his baby. You know what I mean? Like, proverbially speaking, we are God's chosen children. So God favors us more than anybody on the planet Earth. So where it says, I pray for them, I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. So this is the understanding. Like, the Most High is not the author of confusion. And that's as per 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. So he wouldn't contradict himself. You feel what I'm saying? So that just leads credence to the truth about what John 3:16 is actually saying. You feel what I'm saying? You have to contextualize the scriptures in order for you to get a better understanding of it. You can't just read it and just run with that. You feel what I'm saying? You also have to apply context in the time it was written. And as far as, how it was in antiquity. So let's go to Hebrews 1 and 2, where it says, hath in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he hath appointed higher of all things, by whom also he made the worlds, plural. So that's giving you a more of an understanding of what John 3:16 is talking about, because it's a subgroup. It's talking about a sect of people, because worlds is plural. If it was talking about the whole world, then it would just be world. You get what I'm saying? It would be for by whom also he made the world. But he said worlds, giving you a more of an understanding of what John 3:16 is actually talking about based off of the precept. You get what I'm saying? And the Most High is only dealing with his people. And that's the basis of all of this, is to prove that the Most High does not love everybody. The Most High is not the author of confusion. He's not going to contradict himself. He says what he says and he means what he says. When you read Psalms 147, 19 through 20, it tells you that. You read Leviticus 20 and 24, it tells you that. And Leviticus 20 and 26, it tells you that. Deuteronomy 7 and 6, it tells you that. So you must understand how to contextualize. The Bible is consistent. Isaiah 45 and 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end. So that's talking about Israel, because we're going to be in an everlasting kingdom. And we won't ever end. That's talking about the world of Israel. The world of Israel. You get what I'm saying? So Yahushua is only going to come to save the Israelites like he did in the ancient times for our sins. Matthew 15 and 24, 1 Peter 3 and 18, Romans 4 and 25, Acts 5, 29 and 31. All gives you an indication that Christ only came for the Israelites. He did not come for everyone. He did not die for everyone's sins. Because the reason how you know that he didn't die for everyone's sins is because everybody wasn't given the law to sin. So how could you say that he died for everyone's sins when not everybody was given the law? The only people that was given the law was the Israelites. So by osmosis, only the Israelites can sin, like as far as if we was to transgress against the law. Other people, they not sinful, they just do what they do. Because we are supposed to teach the other nations how to conduct themselves based off of the laws that was given unto us. Because the laws was given unto Israel to pass to other nations. But at the same time, it was given unto us because we are supposed to be the judges of this earth. That's why it tells you in Psalms 82 and 6 that ye are judges, because we're supposed to judge the earth based on right and wrong, because we was given those laws. So we had the power to teach other nations how to conduct themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Because we were given that onus.